Hola, amigos. Welcome to a Spanish themed episode of Contact Lost, where we will be talking about the biggest teams event in the world up until now. There are some people who want to beat that record of attendance, but they haven't done so yet. So you still got the title. With me tonight, I've got Majson co hosting. Hello.
Hello.
And Daniel of El Cobrador, the
Yes.
co-TO, I'm told, of the event.
Yeah. True. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and hello.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for us. And we've got Luis from Team Spain, the infamous sorcerer from the Spanish lands.
Thanks so much, Joker. Good night.
Right. Well, I've already said what we're going to be talking about, but first of all, there's been some dire environmental weather conditions in Spain recently. So our thoughts are with everyone who's been unfortunate enough to suffer from those. And a question about that: does that in any way impact the event itself? Does it put it in danger of canceling, or it's not in
No,
the same region?
no, at the moment, but I think it's dramatic because a lot of teams from Valencia, Catalonia, are from these places, and maybe they can't go to the event, but it's a really hard decision. But at this moment, we want to continue with the event and try to help all the people who miss one player because for example he needs to clean his house or something. So I think we can work together and work to make a nice event.
Yeah, fingers crossed everyone can make it. So, I forgot to mention a massive thank you to our sponsors, the Army Painter and Weyland-Yutani, as well as our community of patrons and YouTube members. Thank you for your continuous support. And Lewis, why don't you tell us a little bit about the event itself? So, for how many years has it been running, and what's the format? Other than it's obviously teams, but how many player teams, etc.
Okay. So for my experience, at least, I this is will be the third year that I attend, and if I'm not wrong, Danny, it's like 7 years already.
uh, 13, I think
13.
it's
Okay,
yes, yes, but
quite
in
more
this
than I expect.
in this place, the biggest place that we had do this event 3 years only in Talavera Ferial. It's a place, the biggest place on Talavera. So 13 years. True.
Awesome.
Nice.
And it's very impressive because every year they try to improve a lot of, especially I think last 3 or 4 years ago, the event has been growing a lot. They trying very hard to put more players in the event, so it crazy grows up and makes all the Spain community grows with the event because everyone in Spain after this event wants to make their own event and try to do it biggest as all as they can. So it's very important event here in Spain, and of course in the
Mm.
world. Finally, as you said, it's the biggest uh, for teams, and well, it's magic. No, a
Thank you,
lot of
Luis.
people playing there. It's something that is difficult to see normally. No, and I recommend everyone in other countries that wants to come because it's an event that is massive. No, so a lot of teams. You will have experience in very different levels because a lot of players means a lot of levels of playing. No, and
Hmm.
you will enjoy a lot the experience no way your level because you will find yourself your position in the tournament. Moreover, there are a lot of event, a lot of shops there specialized in the hobby, so it's very good event to assist, I guess. And of course it's in Talavera de la Reina in Spain, so it's cheaper probably than others.
Yes.
Is it only like 40K playing on the event, or is it like mixed with some other systems as well?
It's a nice question because there's a lot of alternative events like the Lord of the Rings tournament and a chess. Chess is the properly word in English. Chess, the game of
Yes, just
Yeah.
And I mean, the goal of the event is to gather 600 people who, in addition to competing, wants to meet up with friends, paid-in talks like demos, game demos.
Mhm.
And that's why there are only 2 matches per day. So we can make a lot of things like paint, like shopping or something. There is a lot of things to do in Talavera, more than the tournament. The 40K tournament is the main tournament, but there's a lot of things to do here.
Is there also like time to actually do them if you're playing the 40K event? So, for example, the venues open from 10 to 8 p.m. and the games are only between 12 and 6 p.m. So you actually have time to enjoy all the other, try some stuff from the shops or whatever. Is there time for that?
yes. Moreover, it's like we have, if I'm not wrong, like 1 hour and a half or something like this between 8 games. So you can enjoy a lot of the things of the event. You can go to try a little bit some demo of a game or see the contest of painting that is also in the event. So yes, you have time for sure to do all this stuff. You can go outside to eat. Probably you have time enough to do it. That is very cool also. So yes,
Right.
yes,
Having 2 rounds per day is basically less
yeah,
pressure.
it's a little bit different than the normal because it's less focus on the game because it's just 2 games per day. No, so you can do your own matrix between the games. Also, it's a good thing also to don't spend a lot of time matrixing before the game before the tournament. So yeah.
Yeah, so it is very much a convention, not just a tournament, right? By the sound of it. Excellent.
Yes, yes.
But I'm not sure if I missed it or you didn't exactly answer my question. So, how many person teams? What terrain layouts are you using? And yeah, I think that's everything that's to be mentioned. I mean, you've already mentioned it's 3 days, 2 rounds per day.
Yes.
So we got out of the way. But how many people in a team and what kind of mission layouts, etc., are you playing?
We are using something like double BTC system, but we add one layout, one Parry and Nexus layout to the table 6 teams of 6 players, because we think that maybe with this layout, teams are going to use another armies and another list. Maybe, for example, Chaos Knight and Imperial Knights. There's a lot of Chaos and Imperial Knights on Talavera because I don't know, but maybe this layout is the properly way to try to find all the factions in the event.
So you have 1 GW layout and 5 WTCs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
What do you think? Because when I listen to this, I think that then the table choice, first roll for a table choice, is quite important. Because if you prepare the army for that specific table, which differs, then you can lose the advantage by losing the roll
For choose table, yeah.
yeah.
So
That's also why I'm asking this question, because from like our conclusions after WTC, we think that there are a couple of missions and deployments that there's like one really open table for gun lanes, which is and this roll off for the first pick is very important from the.
Exactly. So as player, we are feeling exactly the same. So in WTC was very, very important, as you said, Patrick. So it's important to have at least one good line because you can choose. If you don't pick the first one and don't pick the King Workshop table, you will pick the most open one in the WTC. So probably you will want to run at least one good line. That is very important, and moreover of this is you have to be prepared with two good seals that can go out to play in this table against this. So that is it's probably more important than find a good line, because find good line is not that so heavy.
Yeah. And having this additional table, table also opens some possibilities, but for the another take on the team composition, I think.
Yeah, it's like well, it's like you will find that there is two tables very open, one of them more than the other because it's the Game Workshop probably. And well, sometimes if you think about, as Danny said, you can bring any kind of disturbing list instead of gun line that normally cannot move properly, like three Rogal Dorms or something like this. That in this table you will can. Yeah, totally.
There we go. It can finally fit.
And I think
very interesting.
sorry.
No, that's all. It's very interesting because change a little bit how you feel the event just for one table. No, it's funny.
I think that the composition, like 4 WTC tables and 2 GW tables, would be a total mess, and this will definitely affect the team compositions.
Yeah.
Here, I would probably be a little bit skeptical about preparing for one table, because I can always lose the roll off.
Yeah.
It's
interesting. So that's the point, no? You have to look for play in the other more open that you can, and try to do your best in this one as the other. Well, Talavera, as I said before, is for a lot of kind of public, no? So for them, always want to the people have fun, a lot of fun. So this year is like this, but years ago there is always a totally random table with random elements. So this time it's in competitive way is better, but still is funny.
Yeah, there are teams that only plays on Talavera, so the Games Workshop layout, I think can maybe it's a familiar place where a lot of players play in his house or something. So I think it's a tool to open the competitive environment to the casual players. So maybe it works, but if no, next year could be different, of course.
Yeah, I like the looking at it that way, because nowadays the GW layouts, they're just in the rules on the Warhammer page, right, to download them. So it makes a little bit of sense. It's pretty cool. Right, well, I've got some graphics that Danny has sent me before we started, and I'm gonna show them because I really like them, and they're super professional. I wish I was this professional. So for those of you, this is going live on Spotify. So it's just if you're watching us on YouTube, you can enjoy this. And this is a bit of a mix. It's showing some pairings, and we've got a stream table, as I understand Mesa means. And we've got La Oficina Wargames playing Epta Red Ribbon on this Paladin the Terra stream,
Yes.
as I assume.
It's
Right,
important
so,
to say that Luis now is the current winner of Talavera with his team Conclave. So maybe you can say Luis on you can watch Luis on streaming because Conclave is a nice team. So who knows, Luis?
yeah. We'll get to
Could be.
favorites, but good to know that, Luis, you're the defending champion. All right.
Yes.
We'll get into the bottom of who you're playing with in a moment. But one thing that popped up in the chat that I was going to mention, and I would want to ask you guys, when was the rules cutoff? So are you playing the updated latest points?
So this is a very important point, and this year the organizer of the tournament, Danny and his team, was incredible good with this point because everyone wants to play always with the most updated rules. You know, it's very
Mhm.
awful go a tournament when
Yes.
new rules comes out and it's like, oh man,
No, it's
what
the
are we
absolute
playing?
worst.
Yeah.
Why are we
So
playing?
exactly. So this time was totally good. No, they put the good line as far that they can, and
Mhm.
trying to include the updates. And finally, we got it, and that's is awesome. So yes, we are playing with the last.
Yes.
Perfect. Right. So back to what we're looking at the screen. So are these teams just lucky to be on the stream table, or are these some good teams that people would want to watch?
Maybe the first game you can find people who's going to Talavera to have fun or something. But I think Aebda and La Oficina, these both are really good teams and have nice players. So maybe we can find a nice game in this first round.
But what
Okay.
was random, Danny, or you choose the
Yes,
matchup?
yes. Was random, and we choose the table one because we saw nice. These two teams are really nice to came to streaming.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
but I don't know if I share you a lot of graphics with faction or something or
Yes, you did.
nice.
You did.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
get to it. We'll get to it because there's one that I especially like, but we'll get there in a moment. Right. So we've got some pairings now showing on the screen. Luis, are there any favorites here that people should watch out for? And any interesting team compositions you might have seen among these teams?
Okay, for at least for my point of view, in a competitive wave of teams in Spain, uh, here there is some ones that are probably one of the favorite ones. So
Mm?
we have Aibalaos Tiacho is a very good team of the north of the Spain. We have also a Tres Más. There is our principal competitors always for my
Mm?
team. We have No Hacemos Volquites is another good team. They have some
Yes.
good players and they trying a lot to play very different lists that can surprise. So from this page, these ones are the most that I remark, I guess.
Maybe over Masilla,
Over Masilla, they are good too.
young
From
players
Catalonia. Yeah.
from Catalonia,
Mhm.
and maybe they will nice.
Okay. Right, and then we're getting to the faction spread. So yeah, the order of these is a little bit random, but that's how I got them numbered. So blame Danny for that one. But this isn't as readable, I think, as the table here, where we've got the actual numbers. So, Majson, I know you're seeing this for the first time, but
Yes, I'm
have a
totally
quick
surprised.
glance. have a quick glance, and why don't you tell us what you think about this faction spread? I mean, I'm also just looking at it now, and I'm very surprised to see the amount of knight armies. So we've got 36 teams with Imperial Knights and 32 teams running Chaos Knights. And I don't know if this has been said, I don't think so, but there's 100 teams in attendance, making it 600 people. Yeah, but not one faction has been used by half of the teams. That's interesting.
Yes, especially that this is 6-man teams, but I mean, it
might be testament to what the guys have been saying, right? That there's a lot of casual players. This is like the holiday of all 40k players in the country. So
probably Imperial Knights are the most fun army to play and chill. So it's the same basically as in Poland. Like on local events, Imperial Knights are really easy to gather as models, and they're really popular among the casual players. So I think but let me take a glance on the faction spread. I'm surprised with just 28 Astra Militarum.
Yeah, me too.
I just finished painting Rogaldorn for the upcoming tournament. So it's and after the update with Tempestus Aquilons, this army is like nonsense.
Totally.
For now, so only 28. That's
it's surprisingly low. I think the same. Yeah.
Maybe
only
because
11
the deadline.
Genestealer cults.
Oh, not only 11. It's like infinite.
It's difficult to say this. Yeah, I feel the same there.
Fair enough.
A couple of months ago, we had 0 GSC on WTC.
Totally. So yeah, exactly.
Now,
yeah, okay. It is an improvement, right? If that's the benchmark you're looking at, it is an improvement, right? So maybe I'll actually, Majson, I'll let you study this for a second more, and maybe Luis, you can share your opinion on the faction spread here. Any surprises? Anything you expected, maybe?
So, as Majson, for me, Astra Militarum is a surprise. I expected a lot of more. This faction is no sense for me right now. You can do lists that is very awful to be these guys in front. Thinking a little bit on Chaos Knight and Imperial Knight, for me, I always have this feeling that people in the team said, okay, you are not comfortable with your army right now, just pick these armies that you will do it more or less good, because it's easier, a little bit easier at least to manage the unit. And I think my feeling is people in teams that find one player that is not very allocated, just pick these ones, and for that there are a lot of them, no? Then Genestealer Cult, I think also will be very good right now in this meta, but it's very difficult to figure it out just at the beginning, no? So probably later in these months we will see that Genestealer Cult is a very good army right now. I feel that at least. But people has to see it first. So 11 is fine here. There's 11 people that find that this is a good faction. That's good to see it. For the rest, Dark Angel is still very, very good. So it's normal that they are there. Necrons is very comfortable for the players. They will do a lot of points every single time with Hypercrypt normally. And well, maybe Aldari is a little bit surprised. I expected a lot less Aldari players, but the rest is more or less fine, I guess.
Maybe Sororitas, Luis.
Yeah, this is the second thing I wanted to mention. That's actually okay. Sisters got nerfed, but they're still like nonsense army with triple exorcist. And that's your invention, which we have stolen on our after WTC. So
And I have counted a total of 78 Marine armies across these sub-factions, so also not a full 100 are taking Space Marines, which, yeah, you could have expected more. I mean, given it's an entry. Oh, wait, Adeptus is 30, so I missed that one. That makes it 81. But still, one could have expected like a 100% showing, I think.
I think also the
Marines.
Mechanicus is underrepresented here.
Yes, but this is a faction that is really hard to paint, to take to the event, and
yeah,
I think it's the problem of Mechanicus.
I know you have to be like 20 years old with full strength to carry all the bags you need. I know. I know. It's best to collect basically.
Another thing here with Mechanicus, at least I think, because a lot of Mechanicus players was remember how the army works before, and now it's totally different, and they are still thinking that must be an army to shoot, and this is an army that works differently. As Duda played, and they will only see that did very, very well, a very good performance there. So you have to change the chip, and the people don't see it easily. That's the problem of the army right now, I guess, because they are very good. I think so too.
Yeah, I think so. The AdMech is currently really, really good army, even after the small nerfs to Teraxi. And you can definitely build a competitive army there. But yeah, it's hard to play because this is a control style list, not something that easily can kill everything. But you need to use all the tools you have for move blocking and so on, and complexity of the army connected with combined with model-wise approach to really this is like the worst army to collect. Basically, I would say that makes this really low in popularity, but here it's like only six Mechanicus players in the tournament. It's a little bit surprising. I expected it to be 10 or up, around 10, not 6.
So at least one thing is true across the world: no one can afford financially and physically to play AdMech. Not to mention skill-wise. All right, and this is the one graphic that I really like, because you can see at first glance like the comparison between the different factions, and it just looks really healthy. You can see almost all of the factions here, right? About the same size circles, and it's great. I mean, I love this. It's just underlines that the game's in a really good state right now. Okay, perfect silence. Everyone agrees with me again. Wonderful. We've got another batch of pairings. I don't know how are you rolling Pheno Paint 7-ups that you'd put it in your team name, but Lewis, any favorites here? I think I can see one. A team named Conclave.
This is my team.
Good.
Yes.
Anyone else here?
Okay, so here we have Diamond Dogs is also a very good team.
Yeah, a new team, a new formed team.
Yes, it's more or less new team. Yeah.
Yes.
And we have also Feel No Pain 7+. Is another good team. Well, we have here the Xandre team, La Voz de Horus, but they are more or less. They are not very good.
No. They try to have some beers and talk with a lot of guys, because Xandre and the team, the La Voz de Horus team, have a podcast about Warhammer, so a lot of guys wants to have some beers with them, and well, this is the tournament of La Voz de
They're
Horus.
mainly to capitalize on that. Okay, right, great. Some shade from loving that. This is also interesting. So this is a spread of the Marines detachments, and it's nice that it's thrown in all of them. So even the the supplement ones. So you've got the Blood Angels here, you've got the Space Wolves, you've got your Dark Angels, you've got your Black Templars. I think is the Righteous Crusaders one. But a lot of detachment, a lot of Gladius here, and then Liberator Assault for Blood Angels, which is kind of expected. But Majson, what do you think about this detachment spread?
Yeah, I think it's like expected. Right now, Gladius is like really popular. Blood Angels not surprising. We still have some like leftovers from Iron popularity of Iron Storm. I don't see. Yeah. The Stormlands was the one for Space Wolves, for Wolf Jail.
There's only
correct?
7.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's
nothing
that's
surprising
low.
here.
I always have a wish here with the Space Marine detachment. I really want they come back in a way that Gladius is for Ultramarines, Stormlands is for thick black, white scarves, Iron Storm for So I think they must to come back to this and try to fix the things to go competitively, because it's quite annoying see Space Wolves being a white scarf, at least for me. I don't know why. or a Dark Angel picking the Ultramarines one. It's like, why is happened this? So, but well,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
it does kill the flavor a little bit if you look at it from that way.
Yeah, this is the one thing, and the second thing is you will always like pick optimize detachment for your like units, and
Yeah, exactly. So instead of having bikes going at full speed that you can't hit them, you've got cavalry.
Yeah, but then you would probably never play the Stormlands. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
So the spread will be here like all in one. It's still all in one, but yeah.
But a little bit strange, but yes.
Yeah, some laugh for Danny in the chat. What about the Blood Angels detachments? Is Liberator Assault really that much better than the other ones?
Maybe yes. I don't know. What do you think, Luis? But Liberator Assault, I think they have a lot of tools, or for example, you can advance and shoot with your vehicles, and there is no only combat in this detachment. But well, if you are playing in a team tournament, maybe you can use 3 units with fight first, and it would be really hard to counter if you play, for example, Custodes or Orcs. But maybe Gladius will be interesting with fight after death. But I think Liberator Assault is the best option in this moment, because, or for example, in a team tournament.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is like the best option, mostly due to the attachment rule. Plus one, it's the plus 1 attack and plus 2 to strength on charge. Yep. I'm not messing the names. So yeah, giving this the army lacks some output, in my opinion, with the base stats from datasheets. And right now, if this detachment fixes it, so and the most important thing is to get is basically charge after advance, and you get this in this detachment, and the rest is just minor things that you use because you have access to. But I think that the detachment rule is the best from the options we have in Blood Angels. Angelic Host is quite interesting to pick units uppy downy, but I don't think like Blood Angels are the army that's suited for that. They don't have just right. Those aren't the right units to pick, and because this is not a shooty army, and you can't pick the units to shoot you. If you redeploy units that way, you still have to do your 9-inch charges somewhere. In the shooting army, like Necrons or Grey Knights, it's doable, it's possible, but
not for a combat-oriented army.
Yeah. I don't even remember the third one, so
fair enough. There's even a Polish accent here. You've got MicroArt Studio sponsoring. They're from a town next to the one I live.
Nice.
That's just I digress a bit. Right, and I believe this is a list that is interesting, at least according to some people. So, Luis, why don't you tell us about this handsome gentleman in the picture and what's he playing?
Okay. So he is Guillermo. He comes with us in the Team Spain this year. He was playing exactly the same, Dark Angel with Gladius. And this is the list that he updated to the event. So according to the new change, he kit out one Vindicator and put it a little more stuff to do missions, etc., like scouts. And this is the list. No, it's quite strong right now. The nerfs, I think, is more or less insignificant. The list is very aggressive normally. Overall, I feel I have bad feelings with the Repulsor, with the Ricators, because it's like they deny an area that is very important to take the table in front of them. And the problem with everything this is during this the Terminators just will take the table and take the objectives. They can advance and charge. They have a lot of sustain. I still feeling that they are undercosted, or they must to lose some rules, because I think it's not good that Custodes see these guys and cry. It's like, what is happened here, no? So for my point of view, they need to adjust something here. But well, at least they suffer a little bit for the points. The problem is Thousand Sons and Sisters too. So more or less the list will be up in the meta, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, Mason?
Yeah, to be honest, Dark Angels are really not popular in Poland, so I'm not familiar with Dark Angels very well on the table. But the Deathwing Knights are still. I agree with you totally. That comparing the Deathwing Knights and their cost to the Custodes is like the best example of the of the nonsense about the how because they are just surviving nearly everything. There are some counters to that, but if you don't have a profile to kill Deathwing Terminator, then basically you win. You win. It's a really good list, I think. You have combat pressure, and you have also the fire support, which many combat-oriented armies just lacks. And you have a really good fire support. So eradicators and indicators are really also tough, and you also need to use the same weapons to kill Deathwing Knights and Vindicators. usually.
Yep. Mhm.
So it's not. It's really hard to spread the firepower. I'm not sure if this is the best Space Marine option in the teams right now, but yeah, it's really viable and good. I would consider Wolf Jail as an alternative. It depends on the team comp, basically.
What do you guys think about the lack of Azrael and Lionel Johnson? Are
My
they not
opinion
like?
is
Yeah, go ahead.
a waste of point right now.
I think Lion is basically like one Melta shot and he is dead. Not one, but one and a grenade, let's say.
One that goes through in close range.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
thing here is if you want to include Lionel, you have to probably kit one that wins Knight. And if you compare, probably Lion will lose in
Yeah, I
every
mean,
single point. So
you need 3 squads of the Deathwing Knights, right? It's the critical
Yeah,
mass scenario that you need to
yeah.
have.
with two you can play around them basically.
Mm.
So three is the necessity. A lion is like nice tech, but I totally agree that this is like not fitting into the list. His worth, what? Yeah, you will need to replace something which is more important in the list, basically.
And A3 Plus, that's the team name that he's playing in. What's their team
Yes.
composition, Luis? Do you remember? And are they also favorites? Are they the team to beat?
So give me a second that I open my matrix because they have one team that is A3 plus and the other team is A3 plus but ratings without the number, you know. So I
Okay.
always forgot which team is each one.
Which one's which? Yes.
So give me a second.
Yeah, they are trying to bring to Talavera two nice teams. A lot of clubs try to make a nice team and the rest. But in this case, I think A3 más or A3 plus are trying to make two nice teams. And I don't know if it is the good option in this case, but they have a lot of good players, so maybe it's really nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
it depends, right? The upside to this is that you get the good players, can pull up the players that are maybe not as good, so they can learn from them and get better playing within a team with some veterans. And then on the other hand, if you just make one of the teams with the best players, they have a shot at winning the event, right? So it's kind of what matters to you most. Right, Luis, have we given you enough time to bring up
Sure.
the team comp?
Totally. So they comes with this list of Dark Angel. Then they
course.
come with Astra Militarum, also with 3 tank commanders, some Katachan jungle fighters,
30 Aquilons.
2 Rogaldorn,
Surprising.
30 Aquilons.
All of the nonsense.
They come also with Necron Hypercrypt, with 3 Doomsday Arc, and a lot of stuff. So it's a little bit different. But I remember Poland played some strange Necron also. So it's something something like this, more or less.
It's even a bit too strange, I think.
A little bit strange, yes.
We call it overcooked.
So it's like this, but hypocrite this time. Then they have 1,000 Sons as well, with 3 unit of 5 rubrics, 1 Mutalith, 30 cultists, and characters. 1 Chaos Knight with only little ones, so 6 brigands, I guess, 5 carnivores or 6 carnivores, and Stalker. And last is Drukari with 2 units of Grotesque, 1 Venom, 2 Riders, and some Incubies, and 3 unit of Scourges with Dart Lances, and more or less that's all.
Okay. Chaos Knights and Drukhari, interesting choices, I think. Especially Drukhari after all the nerfs they took, but we'll see. Right, let's move on. Okay, and here we've got the spread of detachments for Chaos Space Marines. I'm impressed with people taking Dread Talons and Fellhammer. Interesting choices. Yeah,
what
obviously
are those?
majority Renegades.
Yeah.
No, I mean Dread Talons is one of the best strats in the game. Too bad all the other rules are pretty terrible. But yeah, well, it is what it is. Majson, you've been dabbling in CSM, or at least trying to. What do you think about this?
So yeah, not surprised at all. Renegade Raiders are the best attachment, I think, especially for if you want some tricks, you play Renegade Raiders, basically. I do really love the stratagem to fall back or do the normal move after the fight phase, any fight phase. So you can basically play gun lane stay army because you have a fail save in case someone touches you, you just fall back your vehicles. You have a really good move block with whatever you have. The tools are there basically. It doesn't have like the pure firepower than I don't remember the name. I need to double check the rules. The one that Liam played at
Veterans.
LGT. So
yeah, I'm surprised there's only 3 people playing that after Liam's LGT win.
Yeah, but I don't think like LGT's Liam list is like suited to play on WTC tables.
Yeah, and try to invite Liam is not always the best option for casual players, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, well, these guys are just getting better looking, right? So who have we got here? Luis, why don't you walk us through your Thousand Sons list?
Well, I try hard a little bit. The reality thing is I have another list a little bit different, but I feel it that was very flat. So it was like 3 Infernal Master Ahriman, and Sorcerer Magnus, and 5 unit of Rubrics, and the rest is the same like here. So Rhino, Mutalith, and 2 unit of Cultist.
Perfect.
But it's like
sounds better.
Sounds better to you. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. So the reality of this is you miss some tricky tools that you use in several games that have more level. For example, the Exalted Sorcerers, playing without the Exalted Sorcerer is very bad sometimes. You really want to can pick a unit and do indirect fire or take a slow them or whatever, no. And I really like also playing with a unit with 4-up imbu. I feel that is very annoying, and the people really don't understand the difference between these 2 kind of units. And well, for points, I see that I can do a big unit one here of 10 Rubric Marines, and I try it a little bit. I can mix it with Ahriman to get a very big punch against some armies that they will not do very aggressive against me. Or I can play them with an Exalted with the Crystal, so it's a big TP that can do a lot of damage and try to survive in respawn while I slowing down one unit. So has more tricks than the other, as I said. But well, I'm not sure if it's better or not, because 3 Infernal Master is still very, very good, and it's more flat, but it's a little bit more aggressive, maybe is the word here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sold on 10-man rubric units
Yeah,
either.
I understand it. Me neither.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
for
on,
points, it's the best I can find.
on paper with Araman, you look at them and you think they can kill God until you roll 7 once, for
Of course,
example, and the amount of
course.
flamer hits, and then you're sad, very sad.
Yeah,
Right.
but you
Yeah, go
have
on.
sure. Yeah, just to finish is, so final point of the list is, the list is not wielding for the 10 unit. It's like I want the rest, so I fix it with 10 Rubik. You know.
Hmm.
The other option was like put some goats in disc that I really don't need it because I have cultist and rhino and mutilate. That is enough to me.
Fair enough. And what other factions and players you've got on your team then? Now that we got
Okay,
to Conclave.
sure. So we have a very heavy list Astra Militarum
Yes.
with three Rogal Dorns. So well, the plan is more or less clear, I guess. We-
You pick the 10th table and hide behind the ruins to not get shot. Yeah, that's
correct. Um, we also have Marco that comes with Grey Knight this time. So he tried the Tyrannid list in the WLTC, but was not like we was thinking that will happen. So maybe we have to change a little bit, and Marco is not very comfortable with the rest of the armies. So finally, we pick Grey Knights. We are not very sure about, but let's see what can he do with the Grey Knights.
what type of grenades?
So the list is 3 unit of Terminators, I guess, and 3
Red Knights
Dread Knights. That's it.
and
Okay, so a mix.
the Chargers.
It's in a mix.
Yes.
Yes.
I just played a tournament with 6
With this?
Dread Knights.
With
and,
6.
It was fun to play.
It's fun to play, no? Yeah.
Yep. It's I played current Vladis list, which is basically 6 Dread Knights, Purifier Squad with Crow, and Imperial Agents, Sisters of Battle with Immolators, so you get some cheap units. And
Yes.
I think like Grey Knights are really still a good pick in the meta.
Yeah, I think they are not bad, for sure. So more or less the meta, the 3 or 4 armies in the top goes a little bit down. They are still in the same point, and some others grow out a little bit. So it should be fine, I guess. But let's see. We have Blood Angels with Mancuso. This is his favorite army forever. And he was playing Grey Knight in the OLADC, so he has a lot of he wants to play this army a lot. So we come with this instead Dark Angels, but he will do it very good. He's a very good player being aggressive, so he will do it great. Then we got the Raven that comes to the WTC with demons, and here he takes Necrons, but Hypercrypt in a very heavy construct list because it's Monolith, Silent King, Titan, 2 Doom Sharks. So it's like monsters and and that's all. But it works strangely good, I guess. I play against him and was fine. I like it. It's strange because it's solo units, but can work, I guess. The end, probably the most strange, but is very good, and the player is very good, is Orcs from Miguel. He don't comes to the WTC this year. The rest of the team, yes, but he not. But in my opinion, he is, if not the best, the second best orc in Spain, and he play very very good. And the list is a missile. I play against him, and is incredible. He's playing the detachment of the index, the normal one. I don't remember the
Warhorn.
Warhawk, yes. and he comes with two kill rig, 2 tracks, mega knobs with the upgrade to move 2+. So this unit can move +2, advance with +2, and charge with +2. That's quite annoying sometimes. He has the new guys that destroy tanks. In English, I don't remember the name. In Spanish, it's petatanques.
Kill boostas? No,
Kill
no, no.
boostas? I don't remember. The unit that has anti-vehicle in combat and shooting. They are very good.
Tank Bastas?
Tank
Busters.
Wait.
That's
Yes.
Tank Busters.
Okay.
Are they playable right now? I'm just
I like it a lot. I feel that they are very, very good. So they
like the
this-
5-man squad with rockets.
correct. And in
Okay.
combat, they also have anti-vehicle
Yeah.
and has a +1 to hit and +1 to wound against them. So they're very. This
Yeah,
is a good unit.
Because they costed like nonsense a couple of updates ago. I didn't look at them. But
If I'm not wrong,
I
they
think they've gone
cost.
down, right?
Yeah, they goes down some
Mm.
points.
And they have the
bombs.
That
Exactly.
It's amazing to do the
The
two
mortal
bombs at the
wounds
same
on
time.
2 up on 12 inches, no matter the vision. This is very, very good.
I'm reading the data sheet right now, and yeah, it
Yeah.
looks right. It looks nice. To be
Take
honest.
a look because I'm flipping out with this unit. Yeah, they are very good.
I think it's really nice. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. So more or less is this one unit of novels with the big guy inside,
warlord.
etc. Exactly. And well, it's playing like this is a position like you really want to be, and be prepared. Take the table, and if your opponent comes to you, they pick a wag and destroy it. It's like this. And works very good, I guess.
Okay. Interesting. Right, we've got Alejandro's list on the screen right now. Compared to what he took last year, presumably it's had a librarian dreadnought, rest in pepperoni. But this time we've got the Liberator Assault Group with 633 sanguinary guards and a blob of Death Company. And all of the characters. So is this close to the optimal list? My son, what do you think?
There's a Smash Captain. Yeah, there is a Smash Captain with sustain. This one is really funny. They're always like story of him, he alone making like 28 wounds from his like free attack. He's here, so it's fine. Who is joining the Death Company then? Captain? No, the captain.
Isn't it Astorath?
I missed him. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what's the optimal list of Blood Angels right now. But yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah. Mancuso loves Dante, and he wants to play this guy. And I find interesting the option of Mancuso in this case, because he can choose Dante with the big sanguinary guard, or maybe the captain with jump pack, because if you are playing against a combat faction, for example orcs, you can use your fight first with the big sanguinary guard, or maybe you can use Dante in another pairing. So maybe it could be interesting to follow the options of Mancuso.
Yeah, it's and by the way, I really like the composition of sanguinary guards. So 6-3-3. I personally, I haven't played the Blood Angels yet, but I prepared some lists for myself. I think that's the optimal composition, like one big unit that you can attach Dante or Captain there, and then just 2 frees, so as cheap stuff to do some things on table. I don't believe like 3 6-man squads would work with sanguinary guards. No, those are too expensive.
Okay.
I-
And are you guys like a local club out of curiosity, or just a collective of players from Team Spain? So do you live like close by, or the WTC team is like where you got to know each other and why you're attending this event as a team together?
Yeah, we are from the same team, so more or less every one of the team. We are from the center of Spain. The majority of them are from Madrid. I'm from Toledo, that is just under Madrid. So we meet each other some years ago, and 2 or 3 years ago we decided to mix two teams, and from this appears our team, Conclave. And later in the time, I one day go with Mancuso to Las Vegas Open to play there, and I did a very good friendship with him. So finally, he started to come with us, and it's one more from us. No matter it's not near to the rest. So more or less
Okay.
is that.
Right. We're across the 1 hour mark, so going to try to speed up a little bit. I can see it here, Team Akatsuki, we've had some love from them in the chat, so good luck, guys, over the weekend. Any other favorites, team compositions, interesting lists that you guys would like to mention, maybe, or anything else about the event?
Okay.
Tough question.
Well, here we have Team Akatsuki probably that they have players like Borja that goes to the War Master this year, and he did a well performance, just losing against Liam for a few points. I guess we have a recorded of this game. I think, Danny.
Yes, on streaming was.
Yeah, and the rest of the team, they are good players also. And from here,
Maybe you can find good players on these teams, but as we said before, Talavera means a party for wargamers. So maybe good players go with his friends or something, and it's hard to find a team with guys from, for example, this team and this one to make a power up. A better team. So maybe we can find more tournaments, more competitive tournaments in Spain. But in this case, I think Talavera means a party, means some beers, means a lot of things about it. So maybe you can find good players on, for example,
some teams,
SAO or any teams we saw before, but in this case they are trying to have fun.
And seeing the point of the question, I guess you must to follow up probably the teams that I said before at the beginning. So A3 Plus, Aepta, Aibalaos Tiacho, Conclave,
Feel No Pain, Diamond Dogs.
I think more or less these teams are the ones that you must to be focused because it's the most competitive here. Yeah.
Okay. And is this event on PCP or how are you running it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on PCP, yeah.
Okay, right. And is there that one stream from Paladins de Terra or El Cobrador also streaming?
No, only Paladines de Terra, because we don't make the streaming, because, for example, myself, I'm going to be the referee of the tournament and take some picks, and I'm doing a lot of things. So I think Paladines de Terra means really good quality and a lot of how can I say it, Luis, espectáculo.
Yeah,
it's
they
really
are
great.
showmans. In fact,
Okay.
a lot of lags for their part all the time, trying to do jokes, etc. So it's funny, but in Spanish, that's the problem.
Yeah. Maybe the next year, any English streamer or French streamer could be here with us, for example.
Oh, and that actually reminds me of something I wanted to ask. Do you have any teams traveling from abroad and attending the event, or is it just the Spanish teams?
This year, we have players from Argentina, Mexico, Ireland, Germany, but I think this year we don't have a full team from another country. Last year, for example, guys from Switzerland and a lot of French teams, but this year the slots of the tournament runs really quick. So I think we need to work more in this case, because I think it's really important to play with guys from another countries and share opinions and meet new people. I think it's really important.
Definitely. All right. I'm out of questions. Majson, any last question you want to ask?
I don't think so for now. I'm definitely going to watch the event and see the results and see how it goes.
Yeah, 100%. All right. In that case, Danny, Lewis, thanks very much for coming on. It was wonderful to talk about the event and learn more about it, given its popularity, at least in Spain. So it was great to find out, as I don't think it's getting enough attention. And thank you to everyone who's been listening. If you like what we do, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Consider becoming a patron so that you get thanked even more for being one of them, supporting the channel. And I must thank you to our sponsors, Weyland-Yutani and the Army Painter. And with that, we bid you a hasta la vista, baby, and we'll return with our live show next week. Thank you, and good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.